Hey everyone, it's Brante here again, bringing you a new audio commentary. This time it's Chapter 5, so I hope you're looking forward to it. Here coming up, the first few pages were actually in color, and they were colored on the computer, unlike the title page in Chapter 1. They were colored by Hani from Smack Jeeves, who does a comic, Have a Nice Life, and some other comics, and I really enjoy her work, and I really like how she colors. I wish I could duplicate it. But I seem to just use the fill bucket and be lazy. So she did a really good job, but I don't think she knew what to do with the backgrounds, and I don't think I knew what I wanted to do with the backgrounds. I think I just told her to do whatever, and that wasn't really good enough, I guess. And so the backgrounds kind of look empty, but I think it makes the Newmans stand out a little bit, so it works okay. Speaking of which, this is the first full appearance of a few Newmans. We have Shomaru and Minchin. Of course, they also didn't get the name Newmans, or at least wasn't named in the comic here recently in Chapter 12. So that was the first time we got to see a full body shot, and we got to meet. Then we got their names, Shomaru and Minchin. But we didn't get to see a lot of them, just 4 pages worth. Well, we got back to Hillary here, who just arrived in Celadon City. And this chapter really did not have a lot of stuff in it. I mean, it was important in its own way, but not a whole lot happened, really. It probably could have just been condensed to Hillary catching her Pokémon and move on. But for some reason when I was drawing it, I thought I think I had reasons that we had to go into all this detail of what was going on. I mean, it did hint about bolts, and we got to see the Pokémon a little bit more. But really, I think this chapter the whole thing could have been either condensed or cut completely, and we would have been alright. But, you know, for some reasons, I'm glad it's still here. I mean, we got the color, and we got to see the Newmans, and, well, I mean, it is a kind of a fun chapter. For some reason, I like reading this chapter, and there are things I like about it, but overall, the story, it wasn't all that important. I mean, I did do some more experimenting, like I made some tones here on this page, and I experimented more with perspective, even though I was really, really horrible at it, still here. And we got to see Professor Ever again, which is always a good thing. He's popular, and I enjoy him. And Gardevoir, of course. But, so, it's still a fun chapter. I mean, even now, there's not really a whole lot I could say about it. I don't know why I'm doing such a long commentary and trying to find things to say about this chapter where absolutely nothing happens. I think it's good every now and then to have a slow down chapter where not a lot happens and you can just enjoy the characters and let them mingle for a little bit. But this early on, I just got it. It wasn't like we were taking a break from anything. So from a creative story standpoint, it probably was misplaced, and more of a style like this should have happened later on. So I guess that's something I can pull from it for the future. So now we're winding down, and they're all gonna take a nice little nap with Sting acting up again. So I hope you enjoyed this commentary, and I hope you will tune in again with Chapter 6.